If you're lucky, you're going to live all the way into your 60s, 70s, or even 80s. But during that time, a lot of changes are going to happen to your body. Some you might expect, and others you might have never thought about. Here are 10 things that happen when you get old. 1. Less sweat. Sweat can be a problem for some people, but interestingly, as you get older, your body stays drier. To be more accurate, you sweat differently. This is specifically true if you're a woman. For women, some of the changes are related to menopause, for example, hot flashes. For people in general, though, researchers have found that sweat glands, especially under the arms, shrink and become less sensitive as we age. As a result, when you're older, you will produce less sweat, whether you're exercising or just out on a hot day. 2. Less muscle. Youth is the time when athletes tend to be at their physical peak. Big, strong, and fast. But you ever notice how your favorite athletes don't look as big, strong, and fast as they get older? As we age, muscle mass in both men and women begin to decline as early as our 30s. And sorry folks, it all gets replaced by that 4-letter F word, flab. Believe it or not, if you make it all the way to the age of 75, your fat content might become twice the number as it was in your youth. But fear not, if you exercise early and consistently throughout life, you can reduce the amount of fat you gain. Be warned, however, it does get harder as you get older. 3. Less sensitive teeth. Everything changes as we get older, and that includes our teeth. When you start getting into your elder years, they become much less sensitive. And this is not just a result of having fewer of them. Over time, more dentin, which is the hard inner tissue, gets built up between the outer enamel of your tooth and its central nerve. As a result of this added insulation, your teeth's sensitivity diminishes. So why is this bad? Well, you become less likely to feel if you have cavities or other problems that can become serious if they aren't caught early. So make sure you get regular dental appointments now, and in the future when you're older. Also, you should be aware that your gums will recede over time as well. 4. Brain shrinkage. No, you're not going to get dumber as you age, hopefully, but your brain will in fact get smaller. As we get older, certain parts of our brains shrink. The most notable parts of the brain are the prefrontal cortex and hippocampus. Both play an important role in learning, memory, planning, and other complex mental activities. So in other words, as you age, it will be hard for you to learn new things, remember things, and plan things. It's estimated that the brain begins losing neurons at a rate of 50,000 per day after age 30. Yikes! Time to start doing these brain teasers. But here's the good news. The average human brain contains more than 100 billion neurons. Research has shown that aging brains learn quite well how to adapt in its new size, so you can still be able to manage well mentally. 5. Less colds. I bet this will make you feel really happy to be older. Believe it or not, older people do get fewer colds. Quite the payoff for all those years of sneezing, coughing, and runny noses as a kid. So why do we have less colds as we age? Well, by the time you're around middle age, your body has been exposed to a lot of different viruses in this world. Because of that, you've built up quite the strong immune response, so you're less likely to come down with anything. 6. Fewer migraines. Any migraine sufferers out there? Guess what? Getting old means you get to have fewer of them, particularly in the case of women. Yes, with menopause comes the uncomfortable feeling of hot flashes, but surprisingly, that also brings with it less migraines. This is because of all the changes in your hormone levels that happen as you age. Research suggests that about 67% of female migraine sufferers get permanent relief after menopause. Perhaps that might not be a bad trade-off. 7. Less taste. Enjoy those tasty meals while you can. Your taste is only going to go downhill from here. By the age of 60, most people have been found to have lost half of their taste buds. That means they don't experience the taste of ingredients like salt or sugar in their food as easily. This is why older people tend to eat more foods high in sugar, salt, and fat. Be sure to be mindful of that so you can keep your blood pressure and overall health in check. 8. Loss of hearing. This probably isn't new to you, but there is something interesting about hearing loss that you might not realize. As you get older, you don't notice you're losing some of your hearing. In fact, the loss of hearing happens so gradually that you don't even notice until you reach your 50s. Crazy, right? You'll just wake up one day years from now and then suddenly realize, oh crap, I can't hear like I used to. 1 in every 3 adults will experience hearing loss by age 65, and by age 75, it's 1 in 2. Particularly, you might struggle with hearing high frequencies and following a conversation in a crowded room. But you can help limit your hearing from diminishing by wearing earplugs in loud noise environments. 9. Your sight changes. This is another obvious one you probably already knew about aging. We don't see as well as we get older. But here's the exact detail of how much your sight will change. You might have difficulty focusing on objects that are close up. You also might become more sensitive to glare and have trouble adapting to different levels of light. Additionally, age can affect your eye's lens, causing clouded vision, which is known as cataract. But fortunately with technology, there are now glasses that can respond to changing light, and of course will help you be able to see objects close up. 10. You get happier. All of this talk about aging and getting older sounds mostly depressing. With so many things not working like they used to, or not working at all, you'd think most old people would rather be dead. But surprisingly, the elderly are actually the happiest age group of all people. The reason for that is because as people get older, they tend to become more content with life. It's said that our life track follows a U-curve, where we're happy in our childhood, mostly stressed in our middle age, but then things start to pick back up as we get closer to elderly status. So, for all you 20 and 30-year-olds out there stressing about where your life is going, just hang in there. Your golden years will likely end up being your happiest years. These were 10 things that happen when you get older. Know something we left off this list? Let us know in the comments. It might be insightful for us younger folks. As always, feel free to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Until next time, this is Top Tips, tipping you off.